There are unconfirmed reports now of a new outbreak. That's a third outbreak of Russian flu near Hexham. That's after last night's outbreaks at Lochinver and Fort William, where 12 people are now confirmed dead. The government are urging the public not to panic, but scenes of disorder are being reported in Edinburgh, Sunderland and Perth as GP surgeries are besieged with thousands of inquiries.
It's all there. Everything they did. The experiments. The people they murdered. Everything.
Don't find out the truth about our father.
We need to find out why they want the manuscript.
It has the identity of Mr. Rabbit.
He's the beating heart of all of this. And if we can find his identity, it ends. And you go home.
We go, and we see if he's got a Chinese character for a rabbit carved on his back.
What, and then what? Whack him?
Tomorrow at noon, I'm going to be here with every ounce of thoraxin I have. Get me those pages, you get it all.
You're right. It's better than genocide.
That's my assistant's email. If you get the manuscript, contact him.
I'll take Grant. He's bound to recognize him.
Do you think we can trust him?
The purpose of Janus is to sterilize the entire human race. What we have is an approximation. We're trying it on a test group.
And the test group is?
The United Kingdom.
Where the fuck have you been?
Answer a question. The last time I saw you, you put a gun to my head.
I needed to get the manuscript. I set a trap. You were bait. I'm sorry. Let's move on.
You are such a fucking twat.
Where's Grant? At the end of the manuscript, the scientist shouts the name of Mr. Rabbit. I gave a bunch of pages to Grant. The name was in them. They must be here somewhere. I want those pages. Where is Grant?
Are we gonna find Grant?
Alice. We don't know where he is. I'm sorry. Hey. You okay?
What? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Just a bit stabbed.
What about Janus? Is it in there? Wilson, is it in there?
I don't know. Well, there's this. It's Carvel. He's hiding Janus. Now, you can't see what in, but he says it's in his greatest achievement. And then there's this. It's the god with two faces. Janus.
What? No. No. No, that's not bedded. For fuck's sake, pack it in.
Where did he put them? I want those pages and I want...
know. You want Mr. Rabbit. But going off and killing him isn't going to make your father any less of a cock than he was.
You're psychoanalyzing me, Becky. We best pals now. You want to borrow my lipstick?
Shit. You're wearing makeup.
He thought no one saw. But he's rubbish at hiding things. Can we get Grant back now, please?
This is a taser. You did these drawings. You copied them from the manuscript, didn't you? These numbers are a code. We believe it describes the molecular structure of a protein we call Janus.
You know what Janus is, Grant? You did a very, very good job. Drawing's excellent. But not complete. There are 3 5-digit numbers missing. Do you remember them? Are you sure, Grant? Because this is very... There's a theory of mnemonics that states that human minds retain all visual information ever seen in a lifetime. This means you do know the numbers.
That's one more. No.
Wave for us, Alexei. Your camera, wave again, Alexei. Now, there are many commands I can give Alexei, and he will obey them all. The command I would dearly love to give is stand down, Alexei. But that depends on you.
Please.
I'm going to leave the laptop here.
Please don't have my mum, please.
And I'm going to leave this. And when you remember a number, write it in, press this buzzer, and I'll come back.
Leighton? So Leighton's Mr. Rabbit? Who's Leighton? Jessica, who's Leighton?
I have no idea. Wilson, do you think you can hack into central records at GCHQ?
No. I mean, yeah, obviously I can. I need a computer. And not to mention internet.
We'll be outside. That's not to leave this room.
But say please.
Please, Becky, don't take the manuscript out of this room or I will rip your fucking head off.
But what about Grant? We can't just leave him. What about Grant?
Holy bloody sweaty bollocks.
Just in here.
Thanks.
Doctor, here is problem? No, it's just a checkup. We have private cover for you, Anya, so the doctor will be coming to you. Just wait here, Michael.
Well, I haven't caught anything. I've seen a couple moving up there.
The Prime Minister has commended the Health Minister, Jeff Lawson, for stepping up production of the vaccine after Fetlar, describing him as a national hero. He said that the Health Department's contingency planning has potentially averted a crisis that none of us could even bear to imagine.
We're telling people to stay calm. Do not travel unless you absolutely have to. Keep children, the elderly, and the most vulnerable at home. We have a vaccine. I repeat, we have a working Russian flu vaccine, and it will be going out tomorrow morning.
You wanted to see me?
I need you to do something. There's a requirement as part of the procedural safeguards that the flu vaccine must be independently tested in situ 24 hours before its release. That testing must be verified by the department, and of course, to guarantee transparency, it can't be a minister, it has to be a civil servant. In fact, it has to be the private secretary with responsibility for procurement. I've supplied a team. They're downstairs. Don't question their results. Just sign it off.
Jesus. This is why it's me. This whole thing has been about that.
Your security pass has been given clearance. Go there, get it done. Then get on with your life.
Stay back over there. Right, this is all the thoraxin I have. If I see anything odd, anything that looks like a weapon, it goes in the fucking lake, I swear. Do you understand? Now, do you have it? Do you have the pages?
Yeah, what I've got for you is in here.
What is this, some kind of joke?
No joke. Come to say that you get nothing from me, ever again.
Are you forgetting what's in here? Becky, stop shitting around. I've told them I have it. I've got a meeting arranged. I've got the...
Well, then you better run.
Then what are you here for?
To ask you for that. To ask you to do one decent thing in your whole life. To ask you to give me those drugs.
You okay?
I don't know if the deals has kicked in, you know. The clumsiness could be psychosomatic or stress that happens. My dad had full-on fits. That's how we first knew.
I'm not going to leave you. I just won't.
It's tremors, loss of muscle control, paralysis, and eventually suffocation and death. I don't know if I want to go through all that with someone watching me. How's it going?
Is it a code then?
Yeah, probably. In part 1, people always thought this was binary or dates, but no one has ever been able to work it out. But in this part, there's a corresponding page.
The numbers are boring. I like the art.
Well, can you get in?
Get in? I am in. It's UK security. practically takes your shoes off, makes you a cup of tea. It's the searchers that are taking the time. I'm having to make myself look like a UFO nutter just to get below the radar, which means I've got to check each database individually.
Well, how many databases are there?
56,000, or thereabouts. Tell you what, why don't you take the mobile unit outside and check the civilian channels?
No. I'll do it here.
Wrote it in.
Well, this looks like we're getting somewhere. Only 2 to go.
No, mate, I can't. I've been trying so hard, but please, I can't, please.
Then we'll have to bring your mother in and torture her in front of you. Please don't make me do that, Ron.
Hi, Anya, it's Michael.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know. Christ, I'm not part of them. I'm just. Look. I was protecting my family. There's a woman here who's having my child. I know where the vaccine is. I can help. Please, I want to help. Anya, no, it's fine. Calm it down. Calm the fuck down, Anya, please, it's fine. It's okay, he's not going to hurt us.
Okay, he has a gun, Michael.
No, I just need to give him some information and then it'll be okay. Anya, please, I swear, it'll be okay. Anya's pregnant. It's my child. They blackmailed me.
So why are you helping us now?
The vaccine goes out tomorrow. 64 million shots. The warehouse is at 164 Cantwell Way, Stevenage.
You've got a computer here.
What?
Google Maps. And if there isn't a warehouse there, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out.
I'm sorry. I was trying to protect people. I wanted my family safe.
You just handed us over.
Michael, you make trouble, yes. Please, I'm not
No, Anya, please. It's all right. I promise. There. I want to help. I can get you inside if you just trust me. Anya, no, don't! He's not... Oh, Anya, no, don't! He's not what...
I have a situation. I need to speak to Control now. 2 minutes, no more then.
You're English. I don't... You're with them?
Stay quiet if you want to live.
Is your name even Anya? Oh, God. Oh, God. The baby. Is there... No, but there were scans. I saw scans.
You speak again, I will fire this into your fucking face. Understand?
You okay?
She...
We need to go.
How's it going?
I think I found it. It's the minutes of a Defense Department meeting in 1976, something called the Committee of Genetic Discovery. Now, the document's redacted. The only information is formal stuff like time and place and the names of those attending. Now, none of those names are Leighton, but in the footnote, a comment attributed to Leighton. They changed his name on all official documentation, but they missed the footnote.
So Leighton was there. He's one of these people.
Mm-hmm.
All we need to do is put up their photos. Wilson, you just found Mr. Rabbit.
There were 18 on the committee. Of those, 14 were men. 6 are dead. 1's in a nursing home, leaving these 7. One of them's Leighton. One of them's Mr. Rabbit.
Do you recognize any of these men?
No. And... do you? So what do we do?
We kill them. All of them.
You serious?
One of them is Mr. Rabbit.
But 6 of them aren't.
It's called collateral damage.
It's called psychopathy. You can't just kill them all. I mean, where are they? How long will that take?
So we make a start.
Jessica, I need to tell you, you're too emotionally involved in all this.
Excuse me?
I've read the manuscript, okay? I know what he did to you. But this weird, freaky, slightly sociopathic Oedipal thing you got going on is putting us all in danger.
I swear to Christ, if you don't stop, if you don't shut your fucking mouths.
He's with them!
No, Alice, no, it's okay. It's all right. No,
You brought him here.
My name is Michael Dugdale. I'm with the Department of Health.
Because that will help you once I've cut your fucking face off!
I know where the vaccine is. They're releasing it tomorrow. The whole thing is going out overnight. Tomorrow morning, it'll start going into people's arms, and there is such a lot of it. There is 64 million shots. Why have you got a picture of him?
Which one?
That's Conrad Lett's assistant. He's the man running Corvat.
Only one number to go, Grant.
If I remember, can I go home, please?
Absolutely. Of course you can.
Jessica, it's broad daylight. You can't just go in and whack him.
Give me my gun.
And what about the warehouse?
The vaccine is going out tonight. We really need to do something.
What is the matter with you people? How many times do I have to tell you this all stops when he dies?
For God's sake, this is not what you would normally do. You would at least wait until dark.
Give me my gun. My knife can be opening your throat very easily.
I don't think you'd do that.
Ian.
Want to find out?
Guys, I think there's something you should see. Really. You should really see this.
What is it?
It's a molecule. It's genus. This is what they've been looking for.
The vaccine is a test to see if it works. But this is the real thing. This is the real Janus.
You did well to find all this. You're very clever.
Don't patronize me. I like jigsaws.
I'm sorry about Grant. I thought I was protecting protecting my family. My wife and I, we wanted a child very badly. We thought we had one. We had been trying for a very long time.
IVF. My mum said she was going to do that before I was born. And that suddenly happened. She said I was a miracle. Little Mary Miracle, she called me. It annoyed me. They shot her. I saw it.
Would you like to talk about it?
So we experimented on you. Carvel. It's in the manuscript.
In the published version, the devil imprisons me. But in the manuscript, it's my father. Holding me like all the others to use for experiments. I was hardly a living thing as far as they were concerned. They both deserved death.
Do you think this is going to make you feel better?
Yeah. Yeah, I do actually.
Who've we got it going to?
46 scientists, 2 Nobel laureates, 9 politicians, several police forces, and a shed load of journalists.
So this is it? We press that button and everything's out there. All of it.
Listen, Ian, do you think this is right? I mean, Janus is the biggest thing in history ever, and we're here at the centre of it.
What are you talking about?
There's a future coming where billions of us are going to be born into poverty, and we're going to murder each other in war for water, food, and oil. That's coming. Maybe in our lifetime. Network's the enemy. What if the enemy's right?
Press the button, Wilson.
They might think it's a hoax. Do you think they'll take it seriously?
Yeah. At least they will when we burn the warehouse to the ground.
I downloaded some blueprints. A map of the Corvac building showing the office. I want to go with you. I'm not going to be much good lugging cans of petrol around in a warehouse. They killed my dad, Jessica. They destroyed my life too.
You ready then?
You're very brave. Try not to look so scared.
Right. Right, just hang it there. See? Don't get the gun out until you get to the video room. Then you make him disable all relays. Okay?
And what if he doesn't do what I say?
You hit him with a gun.
What, like, with a fat end?
Yeah. The fat end.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
I've seen one of these before. They're based on the YGAN protocol, which is actually quite sloppy. Now, if we can access the reader, then maybe we can buy... Well, yeah, we could just do that.
I don't get why there's no guards. I don't get it. You didn't send the email.
I read letters. And I pushed the knife into my own stomach because they are right. Just give me the manuscript.
This isn't right. This is just cohesive, unmodified.
That's the number, mate.
Why?
That is the one, I swear. But I got a number wrong when I drew it, so change that. Look,
Which one? Which one's wrong?
that one. Look.
can't be the people that destroys humanity's chance at life. Can't.
I'm not giving it to you.
Jessica, please don't. Please don't.
It's gone down, Alexei.
Jessica.
This is my dad. It's all I've got. I'm not giving him to you.
Please.
Are you all right? Grimes? Have you seen this man?
He's dead. Killed him, Jessica.
Come on.
What about Wilson?
What about Wilson?
Is this all of them?
It is. That was all we were told.
You sure? I don't want any nasty surprises. Jessica Hyde, for example.
She's not with these.
Please, Alice.
What?
The girl. Don't make her see.
Yes, of course. Alice, is it? Now, what I want you to do is to pop in there, close your eyes very tight, and count to 99. Will you do that for me? And Alice, it's very important that you don't run or hide, okay? Good girl.
You're not going to kill us.
Why would I kill you?
But you sent Alice in.
She's 12. Christ, Ian, what do I have to do to convince you people I'm on your fucking side?
But we thought you were dead.
Well, apparently I'm not. Now, we haven't much time. I understand you have petrol.
Where's Wilson?
All right, there's shit, Dad. Let's give it a go.
No one's come. They know we're here, must know we did it, but no one's come for us.
We're going to Fort Dingle, the Highlands of Scotland. We're catching a train to Glasgow.
Bit remote, isn't it?
Yeah. Milner said to give it a month before returning. We're pretending it's a holiday.
That's how long she reckons they'll need to mop up everyone else if she has the manuscript. We have to give it to her. Jessica. She needs it to end all this.
So what? Alice is going with him?
Yeah. She wants to. 'Cause she's alone. They want a child.
Yeah, but he's a cock. Don't reckon she'll go with him.
Are you all right to come with us? Just until we get all this sorted and get you back to your mum.
Don't reckon she'll go with him. Yeah, probably for the best. Go with that dickhead.
I'll miss you, twat.
Jessica, it is so good to meet you. It's fine, I'll take you through. I promise you it'll be fine. It's in there. The last thing we want is for what's in that manuscript to become public knowledge. This way I can use it, then destroy it. Jessica, it needs to be like this.
Just gonna get the tickets, right?
Wait here. I'll get us a secure room. When you're ready, you can show me. Does that sound okay? Do you need anything? Tea or...?
No, thank you.
Becky! 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 Help! She just died. I don't know what happened.
Hey, your mom.
She just died. Is she okay?
Becky.
Becky.
Are you alright? Is your head alright? Did you bang your head?
Did I fit? Was that a fit? Did I fit, Ian? Ian.
We'll get you some help, all right?
Have some water, please. Please.
Sit with her. Don't leave her.
You're alright. Topper.
My dad wrote you down, Rio.
It is so good to meet you.
People always let you down.
This way I can use it.
It's called tonalite nice.
Where did you get that?
From a rock plateau in Canada. He used to say, this rock gives you permission to do anything.
Who's Mr. Rabbit? Mr. Rabbit.
Are you sure you don't remember the name of Mr. Rabbit?
This all stops when he dies.
Who's Mr. Rabbit?
I have no idea.
There were 18 on the committee. Those 14 were men.
He's one of these people. All we need to do is put up their photos. Do you recognize any of these men?
One of them's Mr. Rabbit. Who's Mr. Rabbit?
I have no idea.
There's a story about how he got his name. He was playing everyone against each other.
She's like us. Works in secret, trusts no one. No one.
Who's Mr. Rabbit?
Milner. Her name's Milner.
Train is leaving. Right, go and find Ian.
We said stay with you.
Quick, go with me, sit.
Becky says the train's leaving now.
What?
Yeah.
It's not for another 10 minutes.
Stay here, don't move, just stay here.
You can go.
Who did Grant kill?
A man so dedicated to the cause that he carved lines into his own flesh to act as cover. That's how important this is, Jessica.
But you helped burn the warehouse. The vaccine, you destroyed it.
The vaccine may well have worked, it may not have. We never had the genius of your father. Once I found out that he had finished Janus, I knew that was all that mattered. His work, Jessica.
Yeah, well, fuck you. Fuck both of you, it's over. I burned it. I destroyed your work. Janus is gone!
That's just a bunch of old drawings done by a crazy man. I only wanted that because I knew you'd be the one bringing it. Sorry. I don't want you jumping. From the moment you were born, he just fell in love. He considered you his greatest achievement. And that's where he hid Janus.
It's in me.
You should be happy. Isn't that what you've always wanted? Daddy's love. Daddy loved you so much, he hid the most important thing the world has ever known. In you. We'd better get started, you and I. We have so much to do.
Don't put the cats away yet.